Welcome everyone to the launch and let me see. Okay, so I'll give a brief overview of what SVTLottery is all about. Just give me a second. All right, so what is SVTLottery all about? So this project actually started off as more of a trial, and we were actually experimenting with blockchain technology, and we decided to work on this project, right? And we ended up refining and working on it, changing things as time went on, and then we actually came up with this final version, right? Even the final version we came up with, we ended up changing a few more things, and then we decided, okay, let's actually go ahead and release this to the public for everyone to see, right? To be able to interact with. So that's what we are doing, and this is where we have gotten to right now. We've gotten to the launch of the website, and after the launch, we will move on to the listing, right? Listing SLT tokens. So for the launch, I think there are three main things. We are launching the website, and then the smart contract is also going to be available for everyone to actually interact with. So you interact with it using the website, right? And the airdrop, there's going to be an airdrop available. There's going to be an airdrop segment available. So the first 2,000 people who actually visit the website will be able to claim an airdrop, right? And also, the pre-sale is active during this stage. So when you visit the website, you see the section for the pre-sale, and then you actually you can go and engage in the pre-sale, right? You can buy SLT at a discount. So for this project, everything is going to depend on the community, right? So in order for this project to be successful, we are going to have to make sure that we do the best we can to make it successful, right? And what that means is for things like major advertisements and things like even the listing, right? It's the pre-sale that's going to fuel all those things. So everyone should try to engage in the pre-sale, right? Because that is how we are going to raise enough funds to be able to push the project forward. In order for us to be able to list SLT at a very good price so that every single person in the community can benefit, and in order for us to be able to advertise and get more people involved, we would need everyone to actually engage in the pre-sale, right? So I think that would sum up the introduction, I guess. So yeah, if you are not following the Twitter page, kindly make sure to do that. If you are not in the Telegram community, kindly make sure to join. Yeah, so the website. Okay, so I think let me open the stage for questions, right? So if anyone has a question, you can actually leave it in the chat and I will address your questions. So if you have a question, you can start leaving it in the chat. And in the meantime, I will go and I will be answering your questions while also putting things in place to actually make the website public, right? For the smart contracts for the lottery, we actually deployed it a little earlier because we needed to make sure that everything was actually ready and it was going to work the way it was supposed to. And we've done that. So yeah, everything is working the way it's supposed to. I think the only thing that's left right now is to make the website public. So all your questions are welcome. And then whilst you're asking your questions and I'm answering, we can actually, I'll actually be making the website public as well. Okay. I think one question that has been asked so far that I think a lot of people are interested in getting the answer to is when we are going to list, right? When are we going to list SLT? So, like I was saying, The listing is going to be dependent on how well the pre-sale goes, right? We are going to list regardless, but the price that we are going to list SLT at is going to depend on the amount we are able to raise from the pre-sale, right? So the funds that we get through pre-sale are going to go into both advertisement and then listing of the SLT tokens, right? So there isn't a specific date that has been set for the listing, but it will be very soon, right? As we are launching the website now, listing is going to occur soon. We just need to make sure that we get people in interacting with the pre-sale. So try to get your friends, your family, anyone at all who is interested, try to get them to engage in the pre-sale, right? Because they are getting SLT at a discount. And if we are able to raise enough funds, we'll be able to list SLT at a very good price. So right now, the target that we are trying to list SLT at is one SLT is equal to $0.2, right? That's the target. So if the pre-sale goes well, then we'll be able to list SLT at that price. If it doesn't go well, we'll still list SLT, but the price would be reduced, right? So yeah, I think, let me see, what are some of the other questions that people were asking in the group? Okay, yeah, so for the listing, we are going to be listing it on Uniswap, right? That's the first place we are going to be listing it. And from there, we'll try to expand and list on other exchanges. But the very first exchange we are going to list on is Uniswap. So the date for listing will be communicated soon, but it hasn't been set yet. Yeah. And let's see, a little story time, right? So when we actually released the first website, a few people saw it and they didn't really like the design. They felt the design wasn't good enough, right? So we actually decided that we're going to improve the design for the website. So that is actually why we are launching now. We would have launched a little bit earlier, but we are launching now because of that reason, right? And also the smart contract. We had some discussions with some people, right? Some of the team members, advisors, and we actually decided to change a few things about the smart contract. So initially, you needed link token to be able to play the lottery and everything else, but and also the staking to stake, right? But now we've gotten rid of all that. Now you only use SLT. So you use SLT for every single thing. Use it to play the lotteries, use it to stake, you withdraw in SLT, and then you win in SLT, right? We still use Chainlink for generating the random number because that's one of the um, that's one of the best ways of generating random numbers on blockchain, right? Generating it from Chainlink's Oracle. So we still use Chainlink, but then the fee for generating the random number is actually paid by us. So the only thing you need to worry about is using your SLT tokens to actually play the lotteries, right? So once the website is actually made public, you can go and claim your airdrop and then also play a lottery to see how it works, right? I was actually testing it out and I actually won. I tried playing with one SLT and I won 10 SLT. So you can actually check the transaction history for the smart contracts when I also share the link to that one. And then you see the game I played that I won, right? But that was just me testing it out. So you can also play and see if you'd be as lucky as I was. All right. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and make the website public now and then also share the link in the group in the chat. Okay, so give me just a few seconds while I do that. And you can be leaving questions in either the Telegram group or in the Zoom meeting, right? Okay. All right, so let me actually, whilst I'm doing that, to keep you a little bit entertained, I guess let me tell you the reason why we actually chose Arbitrum, right? So when we started, we were using Ethereum, but Ethereum has very high gas fees, and we wanted to still be able to use Solidity while lowering the gas fees, right? So that every transaction doesn't have to cost so much. So we decided to use an L2 chain, and the options were Polygon and Arbitrum. Now we actually were going to use Polygon, but we've noticed that Polygon doesn't support Chainlink VRF. They support Chainlink's price feed, and the price feed is what you actually use to get the price of assets, right? So for instance, with Chainlink's price feed, you can get a dollar price for Ethereum, you can get a dollar price for Bitcoin, you can get a dollar price for Chainlink, you can get a dollar price for basically anything, right? But they don't have Chainlink VRF, verifiable randomness function, which is a core part of our smart contract. Polygon does not have that feature yet. So we checked and we realized that Arbitrum actually has it. So we actually decided that, okay, you know what, let's test everything on Arbitrum. If it works properly, then we'll use Arbitrum. And it's worked. Everything was going well. So yeah, we decided to use Arbitrum. Right. So that is actually the story of how we chose Arbitrum. Okay. I think within about 30 seconds, the website should be ready. I will share the link in about 30 seconds, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'll give a little history about SVTech itself, right? So SVTech is the company behind SVTLottery. So SVT is actually short for SVTech. So SVTech Lottery, right? SVTLottery. Okay, so we started out as just, I'll say, a group of friends who wanted to build things, right? So our key or our slogan is we build. And what that basically means is we all choose what really drives us, what really inspires us, and we build based on that, right? So, for instance, the very first thing we worked on was an e-voting platform. It's called Votex 365. And the way it works is it allows people to vote for their favorite contestant by actually paying, right? So in order to, if let's say myself and an imaginary person, Derek, right, were in a competition, uh, and I wanted people to vote for me so that I would win the competition. I would get people I know, my friends, my family, and I'll tell them, oh, you know what, you can actually vote for me and you actually have to pay. So when they come, they'll visit the website or they'll dial the short code and then they'll enter my details. Maybe my code is SVT1, right? So they'll enter SVT1, they'll see the details and then they'll enter the number of votes, maybe 10 votes. And in order for them to be able to give me those 10 votes, they'd have to pay maybe 10 cedis, 10 Ghana cedis, $10, whatever currency you want to use, right? They'd have to pay an amount of money to be able to give me that vote. So that's how that one works. And we actually provide a platform to event organizers. So when the funds come in, we actually take a percentage of that. So that's how Votex works. Currently, we are working on SVTLottery, as you already know, and something else is called KNUST Alumni. So it's basically a platform for old students of KNUST. KNUST is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. It's a platform for the old students of KNUST to be able to share their graduation pictures and receive comments, to be able to connect with each other, post opportunities like job opportunities, scholarships, internships, anything at all, right? To be able to help their fellow alumni. So that's the aim of that platform. And then up next is what we are going to be working on next is called SVT Fund. That's actually also something in the blockchain space. And it's so SVT Lottery is actually the precursor to SVT Fund. SVT Fund is it's all about generating funding for startups, right? And the reason why we decided to work on this actually was because we realized it's difficult for startups to actually get funding to build on their projects, to build on their ideas. And going to traditional investors is a bit difficult because you'd be reaching out to so many people and majority of them won't even give you the time of day, right? It can be very disappointing and discouraging. So what we want to do is we want to utilize blockchain technology to actually make the fund generation for startups easier. And we are doing that by actually making it possible to crowd fund uh, capital for startups, right? So so SVT Fund, we are using blockchain to make blockchain technology to make a crowdfunding platform for generating funding for startups. That's basically it, right? And that's the next thing we are going to be working on. So SVTL is a precursor to that in the sense that SVTL is sort of our way of paving a road for SVT funds. So we can say SVTL is more of like a trailblazer project, right? To open the path for us. Okay. So I think that's a little bit about CVTech. I will go ahead and share the link to um actually, let me see. I think I should have it somewhere here. Okay, it's here. Home. No. SVTO. Okay. All right. So if I come here, connect wallets, let's see, check withdrawal. Okay, loading. Just a second, I'm testing to make sure everything is actually fine before I go ahead and release the link. Okay, yeah, it looks like everything is fine. Great. So this is the link to the website. It has been shared in the chat. So you can check it out. You can go and interact with it. So you can go, once you go to the website, you can head over, right? You can head straight to the airdrop section, connect your wallet, and claim your airdrop, right? So let me actually do that now. I'm going to share my screen. Your screen, okay, screen is loading. Okay, so I think it's sharing now, right? You should all be able to see my screen. So here, this is the website, home, right, about SVTLottery. So it's very simple, right? Very simple, straightforward. That's the whole point of SVTLottery, right? Simple and straightforward, right? So you come to the airdrop section, you connect your wallet. You can actually watch a video to see how it works, but I mean, it's straightforward. You don't actually need to watch the video, right? So connected, claim your airdrop, and so yeah, when you claim your airdrop, I've already claimed it, right? So I can't claim it again. So yeah, you claim your airdrop, and it should appear in your wallet that you've been able to get it. So when you actually claim it, you receive a notification right here, right? So you can come to staking, connect wallet, check withdrawal. Okay, so you can't actually check your withdrawal because you've not staked, right? So you need to approve SLT first. Then you stake your SLT, and then you can check your withdrawal. So yeah, currently this is how much SLT we've staked in the platform because it's we allocated 10% of the SLT to staking in the platform, right? So that's what we've currently staked in the platform. All right, so now Play Lottery. Connect wallet. Approve. So let me approve 10. Approve. So we're going to try out a lottery live. And let's see if we win. Okay, so that's the transaction there. Approved. Play lottery. 10. Play. Let's hope we win, right? We hope we win. Confirm. Okay, so now we have to wait for about 30 seconds. So yeah, we're waiting. And after 30 seconds, the results should be in. And then from there, we'll be able to see the results, right? Okay. So whilst this is loading, actually, you can go and be doing something else because, I mean, although 30 seconds is actually a short time when you think about it, having to sit down and wait for 30 seconds is actually kind of, it's a bit boring, right? So whilst you play, you can actually go and be doing something else maybe, and then come back and then check your results. So we are done with that. See results. Loading. All right, confirm. Oh, wait, sorry. Confirm. Come on. Ah, I didn't win this time. I didn't win this time. Okay, no problem. So when you see your results, SLT amount won, if it's higher than 0, that means you've won, right? So you can actually claim your results, but I mean, I didn't get anything this time, so I can't claim anything. So yeah, that's it. That's it. It's very simple. So this is the pre-sale. Actually, okay. So yeah, there's a pre-sale. Connect your wallets, and then you can engage in the pre-sale, right? So check the amount that has been raised. So there's the amount that has been raised so far. ETH raised. There's the amount that has been raised. So if you want to know, let's say you want to buy $10 worth, convert. So this is how much ETH you would have to spend. So you put it here, then you buy, right? And then you get your SLT. So that's it. It's a very simple platform, very simple website, straightforward. Everything is just there for you to see and to use, right? Okay. So that's, oh, okay, chat. Good. The way you screamed at it. Oh yeah, I know, right? I mean, we all expect to win, but I mean we won't win all the time. So yeah. Okay. So I think that settles the whole thing. So you can actually go and start claiming your airdrop. The link will be shared in the group as well and on the Twitter page as well. So you can go and start claiming your airdrop. You can engage in the pre-sale, get people to engage in the pre-sale, get people to come and claim their airdrop and play the lotteries and interact and have fun, right? That's all. That's the whole point of this, to have fun, play lotteries, and see if you can win something. So it's nothing too complicated, right? All right. So if there are any more questions, you can ask now, but I think that's basically everything. So that wraps up the platform, how it works, how you can interact with it, and yeah, try to get your friends, people you know, people you don't know, try to get everyone to come on board, right? Because we can only move forward if we are able to get people to come on board, especially for the pre-sale. We need to get people to come in and engage in the pre-sale. So yeah, try and get people on board, try and get people to come, try and get people interested, just talk about it. Let them know what is going on. Let them know that there's something called SVT Lottery and it's simple, straightforward, straight to the point, and fast. You can play and be able to get your results within 30 seconds. It actually takes less than 30 seconds, right? But just in case, because the majority of time that it has taken is 30 seconds. So just in case, 30 seconds. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you everyone for the joining the Zoom call. It's a very short Zoom call, right? But thank you for joining and go and spread the word. The meeting has been recorded, so we'll be uploading that as well. And then you can share the recording for it as well. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for your time. And we look forward to having a very successful project, right? Great. So I think um, if you have any questions or anything, you can leave it in the chat, like I said. But that concludes the meeting. So if you'd like to drop off now, you can drop off. If you'd like to ask something, you can ask. Yeah, the floor is yours, everyone. You can go ahead and if you even have suggestions, if you have anything you want to say at all, you can go ahead and say it, right? The floor is open to you. All right. There are actually a few more things I would need to do. I just realized the link for the smart contract code on the website is not the current link. It's the old link, so I would have to change that. Yeah, I would have to change that. But aside from that, everything else is fine. So yeah, thank you everyone. It's been good having you all here. Try to get more people on board because we need people to be on board, to come on board, to make the project a success, right? We need people. I mean, every single thing in this world, we need people to join on board before anything can happen, right? So we need more people, try to get more people interested and involved, and let's make this a successful project, right? So yeah, I don't know. Does anyone else have anything they want to say or anything? Because I realize everyone is still here. If there's anything you'd like to say, if there's anything you'd like to talk about, you can. Even if it's not in relation to SVTLottery, right? You can just air out your views. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Well, for me, my day has been a bit interesting, I guess. Aside from making sure everything was ready for the launch of the platform, I think I've had to do some work on a few other things that I'm working on. So actually, let me tell you about my day, right? A normal day for me. So what usually happens is I wake up, right? Everyone wakes up, uh, brush, bath, do all the necessary things. Sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't eat, depending on how the day goes. If I have a lot to do, then I think once I sit behind my laptop, it's very difficult for me to get up, right? Because I have so many things to work on. So once I sit behind my laptop, if I haven't eaten yet, then it looks like I'm not eating until evening. So yeah, that's one habit of mine that I think I have to change. But yeah, so we have SVTLottery. I have been actively working on SVTLottery. Um, then the KNUC alumni platform, we are also working on that as well. And then I also have my own job that I actually do. So at the moment, the way things work is I actually work for someone else, and then I get my funds from there, and then I pour those funds into the things that I'm building, right? So that's how that dynamic works. So yeah, I actually have a lot of things that I work on in a day, and sometimes it can be overwhelming, but it's not like I don't enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. And I don't know, sometimes it's like the more work I have on my plate, the happier I am because I have more things to do. It's weird, isn't it? But yeah, that's it. So once I sit behind my laptop, I stay behind my laptop for basically the whole day, just writing code, putting things in place. Um, for Vortex, I'm actually one of the uh, I manage the interns, right? We actually have interns at the moment, so I manage the interns. I make sure they are doing their work, everything is up to date, and everyone is doing what they are supposed to do, right? I also handle the financials. So if we are planning on doing some events or anything like that, I need to make sure everything is accurate in terms of the finances. For the clients that we have when the funds come in, we split based on a percentage, which is agreed upon between us and the clients. So I do the calculations for all of that as well, right? Our expenditure, our income, our revenue, everything, right? So yeah, I do a lot of things within a day. But I do still try to find time to just relax and enjoy life, right? So yeah, that's a bit about my day and what I do. And I think the meeting will actually even be ending soon. So yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and end it here. Because I think if the meeting goes on, I might just continue talking and talking and talking. So yeah, thank you everyone once again for joining. And we hope that everything will work out well. We'll be able to get people and the project will be a success. Yeah, thank you.